Hello, everybody. It's Fred McKinnon with my very first worship confessional on June the 3rd, 2007. I'm shooting this on my Treo 660 phone. Don't know how well it's going to turn out. I'll transfer it to the computer to find out later. And I'm also driving down Frederica Road on St. Simon's Island, so not the safest thing to do in the world, but I think everything's pretty cool. Anyway, I want to give a big shout out to Carlos over at ragamuffin.soul.com and the Ragamuffin Soul Cast for encouraging me and others to do the Worship Confessional. Worship Confessional is a video where we just kind of tell you what we did this Sunday at our churches and why we chose the songs and if they worked, that kind of thing. Today was a great day at St. Simon's Community Church, and it started off a little rough in our rehearsal. Seemed like everybody was kind of weak and tired because we do have pre-services 8 o'clock, 9:30, and 11. So, we get there at 7 o'clock to start warming up, and man, it's just hard to get going that early in the morning. But the vocals, I had one soprano, Eden, who she's only sung with us a few times, and a brand new alto, Amanda. It was her first time singing with us on the praise team. So I think they did a great job for the little bit of preparation that they had this past Tuesday night. But anyway, so we all three of our set lists are the same on every Sunday. And we opened up today with, we do a walk-in song at St. Simon's Community Church about 5 till the top of the hour when the service starts. We do what's called a walk-in song. We don't put the lyrics up on the screen or anything. It's just a song where people are coming in. We have live music playing. And so anyway, we did the walk-in song, and it was Oh Taste and See from Brian and Jen Johnson off their We Believe album. This is an awesome song. I actually put this on the Highest Praise Worship podcast just this week. So if you subscribe to that, check it out, highestpraise.com/podcast, or in iTunes, type Highest Praise Worship Podcast, and you'll get that. But our opening song, the walk-in song, was Oh Taste and See by Brian and Jen Johnson off the We Believe album. It's a great song. The band did a great job. It got better with every service. And then, we had a brief time of a welcome where Pastor David came up. We're doing a series on worship. This is the second week in a series called Wired for Worship. He just wanted to get up and encourage the people to really seek God and make the most of the opportunity to worship. It's always better when the pastor gets up and encourages and exhorts the people to worship. It goes even further than when the worship leader tries to do that. So that went great. Thanks, David, for getting up there and getting the people ready for us. So we opened up with You Are God, real upbeat, driving, fast praise song by Walker Beach. I first heard this on Phone Discovery years ago. Then I recorded it on Worship Under the Stars. You Are God, that's also on the Highest Praise Worship podcast this month. It's one of my favorite songs. Like I said, I led that on the Worship Under the Stars CD. And so we do that song, and it's a great song. It's full of a lot of energy. And then right after that, we did Tomlin's Your Grace Is Enough, the cut that Tomlin does. And I think that song works really well. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm a bit tired of it. I'm tired of doing that. But as a worship leader, sometimes we have to stick with some songs that may be getting old to us, but they're still fresh and new to the congregation. And, I'd rather sing a song that I'm a little tired of and see 75-80% of the congregation singing and engaged in the song than to just keep moving on and brand new stuff that they don't even know. So we took us a break there, and had some announcements. Prayed for our mission teams that are going off on mission trips this summer. In our 11 o'clock service, we had a baby dedication, and then we brought it down for worship with Be Unto Your Name. Remember the old song, Be Unto Your Name, was on the Robin Mark CD Revival in Belfast? And don't have a flute player anymore, so Tim Haynes played the flute part on the acoustic guitar. The oh man, it's beautiful with the acoustic guitar doing that. So we sung that big 6/8 ballad, and when we get to that Holy, Holy Lord God Almighty, man, people just stand up and begin to worship God. And then coming out of that, we had a time where we just had some meditation on some scriptures. We had 5 different scriptures that were displayed on the screen while I played instrumentally. And then I went in and did a special music feature, Praise to the King, or Praise the King, the Cindy Morgan song. Praise the King, praise the King, let it ring, praise King. That started off real softly, just piano and vocal. And actually, Eden was going to sing that as our soprano. She's going to do that as a solo, and I was going to do a verse. We're going to kind of do a duet thing, but she kind of overslept and didn't make it to practice at 7. So she got there just before the 8 o'clock. We still let her sing, but she didn't get to do the solo. But that's all right, because that happens to the best of us. But anyway, I sung that song, Praise the King, and really let it build, and the band came in. and we just vamped, praise the King, let it ring, praise the King. It was a glorious time, really awesome. It worked. It did what I thought it might do, and invoked the people to really jump in and have a great time of worship. And then after Pastor David's sermon on worship, which was a great sermon, by the way, we closed out with Here I Am to Worship, a song that everybody knows, and it was a proper response to the message Wired for Worship. So that's it, Worship Confessional, number 1 for Fred McKinnon, the worship director, worship leader over at St. Simon's Community Church on St. Simon's Island, Georgia. Thanks so much, and God bless you. Have a great day.